Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another series here. We are, of course, your casters, White Shadow, joined here by my good friend Watermelon.
Hey.
And today we're going to have a legendary series. For weeks now, we have seen the utter and complete dominance of Unity Astra. However, the question has always been, is there a team that is capable of taking down such a beast in Unity Astra? And today, one of those possible contenders has arrived in Absolute Zero. So, we both see both of these teams are actually undefeated, Watermelon, so one of them has to lose today.
3-0? 3-0.
Yep, one of them has to lose. But will it be Unity Astra or Absolute Zero?
Can't wait to find out.
We have seen the entire just storyline going through for both of these teams. They're looking as the two favorites, of course. Absolute Zero has always been ranked 1 ever since the beginning of this tournament. Unity Astra coming from a little bit out of nowhere, but they have gone on that undefeated streak. Of course, we all know that old synergy of theirs coming from that old Mirai backbone. But it seems, though, that in terms of the overall meta, we've seen the strong dives on control and push. We know the brawlness, especially because we know these teams love their share of King's Row.
Oh yeah,
always.
Yeah,
so
always a favorite.
Expect that to be a map picked and selected throughout the series, but of course we need to know who exactly is going up against each other in this series. And for that, I think first is going to be our starting team. It's going to be Unity Astra, and they of course have their own video package prepared, so we're going to go and see that. So of course that was the video for Unity Astra, and it looks like for their starting roster they're going to have Owen, Haz, Aaron, Chemical, and Mateo. This is one of the corest of their roster, especially in that support line of Chemical and Mateo. They are inseparable, always running the Lucia Moira, always a very good choice. We have Haz, who is their sniper and just DPS expert, and Owen also on that, Cassidy. So looking at this composition, of course, they're running the very brawl heavy with the Zarya and the Lucia Moira. Very interesting to see the Sojourn and Cassidy, though.
Yeah, definitely not a standard composition coming out with the DPS.
Yeah, very weird synergy. Usually we'd see a different combination, but of course, you can always make anything work in Overwatch as long as you are good enough. And that's what we're going to be trying to figure out. Now, the thing that, of course, their opposition is going to be Absolute Zero, I would say. We're going to have Silent Kills, Hugs, Dylan, Vecta, and Ixie. Of course, we've always seen them opt for the Brawl always. We're going to have Dylan, which we haven't really seen that much play. They have the synergy on the DPS that I was expecting them to run, the Tracer and the Sojourn, the dive. It is weird, though, a little bit to see the dive heroes with a brawl tank, but
certainly,
like I said, you can make anything work as long as it's good.
They do have a very strong support lineup to give range fire, but I think a lot of time that'll leave your supports open, especially the Ana.
Yep, especially since we know that now that both teams have Sojourns, and Sojourn is absolutely insane across the map with the picks, but we're gonna have to see. The Mercy Ana, like you said, are very good for just outputting a lot of support for the DPS. And now, speaking of maps, we always need to know what we're starting on. It's going to be on Control. It's looking like Oasis.
Interesting.
Yep. We saw the Brawl, so I'm curious to know whether we're going to be starting on University or Gardens.
Yeah, this is definitely matters here.
That is usually where we see the Brawl come out, and more than Dive is reserved for City Center.
Yeah.
So it can work out either way. But of course, like I mentioned, both of these teams undefeated. There's a lot at stake here, Watermelon. So if you're both of these teams that are undefeated, what do you do in this situation?
Well, I think really it comes down to having instant practice. And I mean, this is obviously not super competitive, but there is a lot at stake. I would go in a few rounds and definitely make sure, you know, you have the team synergy, you know who you're playing with. Definitely get that in there.
Yeah, of course, and as we saw there, Unity Astra is actually undefeated on Oasis. Meanwhile, Absolute Zero have only played this map once, and they did lose.
Wow.
So that is definitely a factor. That was, of course, back in the very first match of the season against Morai Saints. So can Absolute Zero redeem their off record on this map? And it looks like we are on Gardens.
Interesting here.
Yep, and here we go. Starting off with Unity Astra.
And Unity Astra with the Lucio speed boost gonna arrive on position a little bit earlier. Let's see what they will do. Setting up a bit of an odd grenade there.
Yeah, but they are on the high ground.
They do have very good high ground.
Yep, the Cassie there. Free range on the enemy team.
Interesting.
I'm trying to get a couple of shots in. Chemical got a little low there. Just the Tracer.
Oh, huge hit on the Tracer. No recall here.
Ooh.
Cleans it up. Those are clean shots. Thrall trying to make some space at the high ground. Looking a bit pressured though. Taking damage. Finds the boop off high ground.
It did not boop them. It was a good boop.
It was not a kill, but that does separate. And as you can see there, it allows the team to get the rest of those picks that they need. And this fight looks like it's won. Tracer probably going in.
Maybe a little ult charge right there.
Yeah.
Has the recall. But now Unity Astra building up progress already. We saw the initial pick there onto Silent Kills. We didn't actually think it'd be that impactful, but it was in the end. Now Absolute Zero have to make their way back to the point.
Very interesting. And let's see, was that a swap to a Zarya? It was.
Dylan is now on the Zarya. They're going for the mirror on the tank, and he's already down.
Wow.
Owen just landing the shots. Now the team is retreating, but not fast
just
enough.
Rolling through here.
Owen going absolutely crazy.
They were definitely grouped up and ready for that fight there. Definitely steamroll again. It's not looking good for Absolute Zero. They do have 2 ults, but so does Unity Astra.
Yeah, and one of them is a support ult. Of course, one of the ultimates of Absolute Zero is going to be the Pulse Bomb. That is going to be a very dangerous ult under the supports.
Absolutely.
However, a well-timed bubble will negate it.
Absolutely.
And Hugs is already down.
Wow, that is an absolute takedown with a Moira orb. You really got to be careful with those, especially the enemy supports. And it looks like Silent coming in with the Pulse Bomb on the Soldier.
They still have both supports. Oh, Coalescence got negated there. Huge ult negation.
Wow, huge.
On the overclock.
Absolute Zero definitely coming through in this fight here. Getting really good usage out of their ults. And it seems like that wins them the fight with those 3 Elims there.
And now finally, Absolute Zero are starting progress. 72% for Unity Astra. Not bad. It is still very much in contesting for the first round.
Looks like Haz was peeking and dropped a lot of HP there. That was kind of scary.
A grab gets utilized for
a huge grab.
A beat gets used, but 2 of Unity Astra were already gone.
Wow, that absolute beast of a grab.
Now Astra are on the run. Aaron not living, getting absolutely melted by 100 charge Zarya.
That is brutal, and those are really big staggers. It just delays it. What is going on here?
A little aggro, but did get a bubble.
Did get protected here, and that does give good charge to Zarya if you're trying to stay in energy.
Yep. As known. A lot of ults there from the Astra, too.
See, they're gonna push through the side lanes.
They have a grab. This grab is going to be very massive.
Yeah, going around for a flank. Maybe a grab coming out here?
Maybe. There is a little pressure. Ixie's already gone, though. That's one support that they cannot use in the Nano. The upgrade comes out from Vecta, but it seems like it's not enough.
Has definitely made huge work. These DPS, the Soldier and Creed definitely definitely making huge work of the enemy team.
And now they are starting to build up towards that last fight territory. Absolute Zero only got 67%. They weren't able to match the percentage on the point.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to be a situation where you can't really lose this next fight. Otherwise, you'll have huge problems trying to contest.
Yep, 93% and counting. Let's see who can contest. We've got Tanks, Nanos.
Nano coming out here.
They are grabbed.
They are grabbed, but
Dylan powers through.
Dylan powers through, getting the contest, and it looks like they're getting elos here. Absolute Zero definitely coming through with the Hugs ult as well as Zarya high charge.
So can he live long enough? That's the question.
That is the question.
He does have a little bit of support, and Dylan just cleaning point.
Yep, absolutely cleaning up here. 99%. It's gonna be up to Unity Astra to recap this now.
Yeah, but we are now officially reaching the final last fight.
Yep.
Absolute Zero are approaching 80%. Not many ults actually on the line here. We only have both DPS ults. It's gonna be a Deadeye against the Pulse Bomb.
And looking like they're swapping things up with a bit of a flank route. Yeah. They're caught a little bit off guard here.
Yeah, only went straight in, going for the Deadeye. Pulse Bomb misses.
Pulse Bomb misses.
Does get
Tragic takes a Moira here. A huge pick for Unity Astra. Cleaning up Dylan on the Zarya there.
Now back to trying to escape with that Guardian Angel and just live for a little bit, but not for long, as everyone else is going to start falling. It's just the Tracer stall. It's absolutely overpowered. It looks like Unity Astra coming out with a first round win. Actually, we see the ball actually from Dylan. He manages to get there.
Very good stall.
Ixie also shows up, but they're very low, and Dylan gets bursted down. And now we see round one going to Unity Astra. It was actually very close for a first round.
Yeah, it was
100 to 99. We saw some very good plays there, but Unity Astra, they're just really good at going in with the aggressive pushes.
Yeah, and I think you can really see that in the final fight. They picked a good flank route, caught them off guard. Everything was in their favor, and they come out with the Kree really just making picks, and that was a huge high noon, taking out Ixie on the Moira there.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that he managed to live that long.
Yeah.
The Zarya bubble really does a lot. He got pulse bombed, and he just managed to just walk away, despite how slow Cassidy moves during the
I mean, what do you do when you see an ultimate Kree that's already a big damage reduction, and he gets a bubble? Do you want to feed the Zarya energy as well there? It's definitely a tough situation.
Yeah, well now we are on City Center, the dive map, as we see Absolute Zero swapping over with the Genji and the Winston.
Yep.
Unity Astra not really swapping that much except for a Sombra.
They do take a Sombra here. Huge hacks on Hugs down. Let's see, Genji coming in. Can he make work? Picks going all around. It does look like it is in Unity Astra.
There is a res on the Ixie. But Owen
res coming through.
Owen just going
just
crazy.
Mowing.
That is like 4 kills, I think, for him on this team fight.
Wow.
Dylan's still alive in the backline, but he has no supports on him. And he gets hacked going up. He has no jump. He's trying to escape. I think he may be
running
out.
For his life here. But seems like he's made it to safety.
Oh,
no,
never mind.
There's
Owen.
No safety.
Owen single-handedly out here killing the entire enemy team.
That is a massive stagger.
I'm telling you, man, when it's the engages when they go aggro. That's where it's been. That's been the lesson here ever since the very first team fight of the entire map.
Yeah. Interesting. Dylan swapping back to Zarya here.
Yeah, the dive with the Winston didn't seem to work. It just got completely outnumbered and just out damaged. Maybe the Genji can do some things here, but there is an enemy Sombra at the end.
Yeah, that is problematic. You get a good hack on Zarya and that can be
There's already a Deadeye here from Owen. Very aggressive.
Deadeye
looking
for
some that silent kills. He's gonna go down in the corner.
Gonna take out a Genji.
The
just
nade.
popping in the team. You can really see Owen plays aggressive here, missing a few shots, but overall manages to land most of them. He is just cleaning through.
He's absolutely going crazy on this Cassidy. And already at 55% for Unity Astra. They're looking pretty comfortable. They're nearing 4 ults.
They're holding this choke strong and true.
Watch out for Absolute Zero. They're approaching all 5.
I do have to say, yeah, they do have a bit lower ults on Unity Astra. I think use that high noon.
It is pretty self-mirrored. Now we're looking at the engage. Dylan getting a little low there.
Wow, getting stuck here. Bubbles
just a lot of damage. Silent went in. There's an overclock. Maybe trying to even out the odds. There's a coalescence. And there's a grab though.
Oh wow, all the ults getting pulled into this fight
Everyone.
here.
Hug's still alive somehow.
What is going on here? The
enemy
counter grab, but
no.
it seems like they come out victorious here.
Yeah, it's just the supports were absolutely targeted there by Absolute Zero. No healing in a grab is never a good thing. For Unity Astra, they are going to powerfully win that second round. What a statement being said.
Definitely a different situation from round 1 there.
Definitely, it was way less close. I want to say the Sombra worked. The Sombra helped, especially just the damage. I'm actually very surprised that just with Cassidy alone, they managed to out-damage an entire Zarya with a Mercy pocket. That is actually crazy to see. But that is only map 1.
That is
only map 1. We're going to be taking a quick break, and we'll see you guys in a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we head into map 2, we're going to be seeing some substitutions. We have Goku coming in for Has on the damage. Verted now showing up for tank in place of Aaron. And also we're going to be seeing Jolt coming in for Hugs on the damage. Very
interesting.
Yeah, very. We see Goku and Verted for Unity Astra. Verted is always going to be playing that Reinhardt. They love playing the Reinhardt as well.
Yeah.
Goku coming in for the hit scan instead of Owen.
Yeah.
And though I feel like Owen was doing a very good job.
I was going to say that it's a bit odd. You see Owen going crazy on the Kree, and then you see the swap from him off Kree.
But we do know that Owen is also very known for playing other characters.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the strategy. As for Jolt coming in for Hugs, as we see now, we're heading into King's Row. Obviously, we knew this.
Yeah, this was inevitable.
The moment you see the Ryan mirror, it's King's Row.
it's got.
It's very rare to not see it on King's Row. But as I was saying earlier, Joel playing the Genji, he likes playing the Genji as well. So maybe it's a very interesting thing that I've noticed with all these teams running the brawl / rush with dive heroes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's in an odd way it works. Because the rush, very fast composition, and you use a dive hero to just quickly engage on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Of course, being King's Row, there is going to be a lot of times in which the downtime is going to be brawling, especially with Reinhardt's as the tanks.
And I think really a lot of King's Row is those Ryans. You're going to see the legendary clash of Ryans.
Yes, always. Always the MTD, always the tank diff is going to be seen here.
And both teams are sticking their support lineups here.
Yep, not much change there. As we're going to be rolling out with Absolute Zero on the attack round. It's King's Row. It's time to have a good map.
Oh, yeah. And looking at the early grenade from Owen, definitely catching Jolt.
Yeah, 19-20% chance there from the one.
Wow, the dive
Goku,
here.
But the
going
nade
on
is
Goku.
there.
It is too powerful.
You see Silent looking for a couple of flank combinations. Team's gonna have to back out obviously and try to beat again.
Yeah, it's
slight reset.
The pressure is a bit too much.
Silent does have high charge. He needs to be able to land one single shot, and to me that would be the team fight.
Yeah, this could be the changer here. It looks like a lot of Absolute Zero taking this flank here, taking up space, almost gets the pin, gets counter pinned. No Ryan's going down while they're both stunned.
Yep, but you see Merchant very low.
Dylan in the team there.
He is. So looking for an aggressive angle, looking around, almost gets
eliminated. Wow, it is definitely that support. Targeting both the tanks is a bit hard. The limbs going down on both sides. Absolute Zero. Dylan making the Ryan plays here, pushing them back off point. They do have a chance here to contest if they want, but it doesn't seem like that would work out too well.
Yeah, they only had 2 members there, so the contest would be kind of risky. However,
and they are contesting with the Lucio here.
Completely proving me wrong there on the Lucio stall.
And gets picked by Genji.
He does get eliminated. And now Unity Astra are forced to back up without the Lucio. They do still have the Moira, but they are backing up.
And it does seem that probably Ixie is on payload pushing solo here.
Always Leona is
always on payload.
We always see that. They do, however, have for almost 5 ults.
And a huge pick on Goku.
Massive.
Silent definitely coming through here. And they take even more space. Yep. It is definitely rough for Astra here.
What a fabulous pick. And Silent wants more. He's using the overclock. He's looking.
Oh, he is coming in. Definitely a bit of a weird angle here. Doesn't find them.
It is zoning. Remember, the payload is still moving while this is happening.
It is moving, and it is a huge space. There is Shatter on almost both teams. Astra a little bit behind on Shatter here. This could be huge if Dylan pulls through here. Slams, gets blocked.
There is an overclock by Owen looking to push back after Zero, and it's just that he's got to.
Owen does not miss these. He is cleaning through them. 3 elims so far. Absolutely runs through the enemy team there.
It's just Dylan right now, who I'm surprised didn't actually die beforehand.
Yeah, and really, you want to go all in that situation. You don't want to be slower to die there.
Yeah, very true. So they did stop him. They did have to utilize some of those ults. They used the Coalescence and the Overclock.
I must say, though, they do definitely still have the advantage here.
They do. They're coming up
Dylan is the only one who's gaining really, who's close to ult besides the Mercy who held.
Yeah. They did use that nano as well as their overclock, and it was not paired. That was very interesting. There's a Valkyrie coming out by Vector trying to support the team. Earthshatter coming out by Virtus, but he gets slapped.
Wow!
The damage boost. A lot is going on right now. M2D looking there.
The lines here absolutely going through
an aggressive
this
beat
choke
being
point.
used. What a fantastic beat right there. Just
Absolutely going to win
it.
that fight there. This is definitely not something you can really win. Looking at it here, Owl versus
1v1.
Jolty on the Sojourn.
Jolt wins with a little help of that pocket. However, though, Astra do have to back up.
Yeah.
They are just respawning though. They have the spawn advantage.
Yeah, it is good here. You do have 1 DPS less, so this is definitely a part where Absolute Zero can make a push. And it seems like Astra already is just pushing, falling back here.
They have to.
They have to.
Oh,
And a
the bait.
huge shatter comes
The bait
through.
on the shatter go through immediately.
Wow, as soon as that shield came down, you saw that shatter come through. And it looks like Jolt is coming up on his ult. Might use it mid-fight.
Owen with the overclock.
Oh, Owen coming through. Takes Jolt here. Absolutely pushing through. Wow, a huge overclock from Owen.
Oh my god. The amount of...
This is twice now Owen has almost single-handedly repelled the push.
And now we see why.
Yeah, wow.
He's not playing the Cassidy anymore. Owen with a fantastic Sojourn. Like you said, that's twice in a row that he's completely stopped Absolute Zero dead in their tracks. And they're still getting that progress. But the time bank is getting lower and lower. A minute and 40 seconds is now. Both DPS ults for Absolute Zero. Again, 2 ults from the Astra. Overclock by Joel. Looking to get aggro. Mateo a little bit off position, but the Lucio allows him to escape. There is a more part of the
Yeah,
crossfire.
interesting here.
Use the fade.
They definitely outflanked that support lineup.
Definitely.
And
Nano
Dylan,
on the Dylan.
Nano on the Dylan, and I think that'll clean it up.
Yeah.
No ult from Owen here to push them back again.
It did not have it. Was nowhere close. And now Absolute Zero finally
taking that point.
yeah, finally making it to the last checkpoint. 2 minutes and 30 is all right. Of course, it's always about the time bank, how fast they can make it back. And Owen is on the Widow. We have a Widow in play.
V swap coming through.
Already
Definitely
taking the high ground.
looking
Already
to take
taking a
out
pick.
that support lineup.
Completely immaculate there from Owen.
Yeah.
Completely swapping those forced to use the res.
And you
There's a
can
Deadeye.
see how much that shield is staying up here, not wanting to let that down to the Deadeye.
Gets
or to the
slept.
Widow.
Oh, massive shatter though. And the Deadeye is huge
the
from
shatter.
Summer. Oh my goodness.
There is not much you can do about a shatter and Deadeye combo like that.
The immaculate combo if I've ever seen one. And now with about 2 minutes heading into this last corner, you the Astra have to stop them right here, right now, to stop the time bank or potentially stop the push altogether.
They do have a shatter on the play.
Looking forward.
And Astra Zero does have the Mercy ult,
There's a
and
shatter.
it gets used. Mercy ult coming through though.
Let's get Sunny's low and he goes down.
Wow, that Mercy ult
The
definitely supporting the team. The B actually gets dropped here.
You have to make sure that they stop it right there. Otherwise, they're going to fall. Back to get sniped though. Owen looking for another, another
Trying
opportunity.
to take him out. This
He
is
gets
the
him with the
rematch, and he
SMG.
takes the rematch. Well, not quite, but
Looking for the SMG shots, looking for more. It's just Dixie right there.
body shot there. Cleaning
Again,
it up.
Owen one more time.
Owen one more time pushing him back.
With a crucial pick.
And
Now,
it's definitely Absolute Zero getting stuck very close to the end here.
they're now only down to 1 minute.
And it is looking a bit low. Neither team has a lot of ults.
There is an infrasight, and it is used.
It is used.
However, both teams are basically already brawling. They're going in very aggro. Wants to eliminate this Widow, but he gets eliminated with the Lucio boom.
The Lucio support there on the high ground.
The res is utilized. No more res, and now no more mercy. And Jolt now with the overclock. No pocket with him. He gets booped off the high ground and eliminated by Owen. Absolute Zero falling. As Owen just goes absolutely crazy with the double kill, looking for more. Gets 3.
And that is definitely the cleanup there from Owen.
18 seconds remaining for Absolute Zero. Can they manage to touch the payload? 13 seconds now.
And I do really want to say what a crucial play that was from the Lucio sticking
But Jolt with the Widow.
Wow. Jolt absolutely taking back what he lost last time.
Now he's on the Widow looking for his pick.
Taking the exact high ground, takes his revenge last time, going straight for the Lucio and Owen.
And now we see Deadeye from Silent. He has it, he's ready.
It is overtime.
Owen though,
they
with
do
a
have
pick
the
on the
stick on
Ixie.
point there with the high noon taking out Goku.
But Owen is still alive in the back, and he's still allowed to get picks.
Oh,
Silent
wow.
trying to even up the odds as it's just the tanks living as opposed to
Oh, and it is they're pushed a little away from point here. This is not a good position.
Very much so as Ixie falls.
Wow.
And that is going to be it. A very nice attempt there by Jolt
Yeah.
to try to flip the momentum back, but Owen is always there.
It was definitely that early pick, but you could tell both of the picks came really early, and they were able to come back into that fight later, and it was definitely the supports keeping that Ryan up.
Definitely, especially because we saw Mateo just live for as long as he
Yeah.
did. Of course, he did get sniped, but always with the spawn advantage, Lucio's always going to make it back very quickly. As now we see a little bit of a compositional switch. We're going to see the Genji now from Goku. He is pretty much known for playing the Genji, as well as Silent and Jolt going for the Hanzo Reaper. Now the thing about Hanzo is usually that's in response to the Widow.
Yeah.
Very more versatile in terms of movement compared to a Widow. So maybe they're looking for not necessarily a mirror, but simply an out damage.
Yeah, the counterplay.
They are on defense though. That's the thing. Usually we see the Hanzo on attack against the Widow.
Yeah.
Who's on defense usually. But
it is interesting though. I do want to say that Astra definitely keeps this Lucio Moira no matter what.
Always.
Absolute Zero though did swap to Moira.
You know, Ixie is on the Moira now. Maybe they realize that they need a little bit more healing at the expense of the Nano. We are going to be seeing a little bit of a change. We're seeing a Reinhardt v Zarya.
The Widow coming out super aggressive here.
Yeah,
Hanzo not able to retaliate properly. It is definitely Astra just trying to take this point immediately.
Owen very aggressive, almost gets beamed down by the high charge Zarya.
And I do want to say that the after effect of that was the high charge Zarya.
Yeah, Owen does go down, but Goku in enemy lines.
in the back line. Wow, taking out the Hanzo and Mercy.
And now it's just cleaning up as the rest of Absolute Zero are going to fall. And that looks like it's going to be taking up now for Unity Astra. A very fast.
Wow, very fast. First fight there.
Very first fight.
And especially Unity Astra coming out with a lot of ult charge here. They have very good potential to keep this momentum going. See Owen on the Widow, still taking peeks at the high ground, but nobody's there.
Goku just walks a little too aggressive. Vertic also very low.
Oh wow.
Joel just cutting the team.
The Rhine getting taken out here is very tough. They did just cap point though, so it's not 5 minutes. It is a lot of time on the bank. You are able to take mistakes like that.
Now we see the Hanzo. The arrows are going to be, especially on the streets phases of these payloads, Hanzo gets the most security because usually they're open.
Yeah.
However, Goku different gun a little bit.
Wow, Astra coming up with the shatter
Dragon
here.
Blade from Goku immediately sniped.
Shut down.
A shatter by Dylan. And yet again, Unity Astra going to go back to spawn. Call lessons there was rebalancing.
A little bit questionable there, but definitely making sure that fight is not lost.
Intersight was used by Owen, an offensive one. It's 4 minutes now for Unity Astra. They burned out a minute.
And Owen definitely sees that Mercy. I think he's trying to rain destruction on the back line.
Yeah, well, he goes for Joe instead.
Almost deflects the dragons,
almost,
but not quite.
There is a shadow though from Verted. He does end up falling. A sound barrier was used though, but half the team is already gone.
Owen definitely going for these picks, just cannot find it right now.
Silent, but the Battle Mercy was
taken out by the Battle Mercy, does not properly stand a chance.
I mean, this is a very weird position to get caught up in, this archway, because it's the most wall-heavy section of this beginning part, and it's also one that really doesn't really favor either team.
Yeah, it's definitely a super tight choke. There's not a lot of characters that.
Oh, massive shatter though.
Huge shatter. It's just, it does not seem like Astra is able to push past it. Jolt using his ult.
Oh, the Dragon Blade. Maybe he wanted to follow with the shatter, but just the shatter was too massive.
I do think that there is possibly a good chance for Absolute Zero to come through here. No ults on the field.
Chemical is already gone. Unfortunate to see the Hanzo always with the shots through choke. There was a Coalescence used the last fight, so they won't have it this time around to engage. And Owen is now back on the Cassie. Maybe he's looking for the success he found on the first map.
See, a bit of a weird play though. Ryan was definitely hugging the wall a little bit, waiting probably for Chemical to come back.
Maybe it's the dive onto that Hanzo, but
he
gets eliminated.
Taken out.
They do end up falling either way.
But Owen is making play here, and so is Ryan.
Ixie has a Coalescence, trying to maintain what little is left of the team.
Yeah.
It is succeeding pretty decently, however, they are down in a numbers game.
Yeah, it is rough. The pressure on this Ryan, not a lot of HP to go around.
No shield, no HP, no healing. And there was a shadow used there by Verta just to ensure the cleanup.
Yep.
And now finally they're making some progress, but now they're down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was almost a 3-minute stall. You could almost say that was the first point there.
Yeah. it's insane. A very good defense by Absolute Zero. They haven't really let go, just now really suffering their first real fight loss. And now there's some aggressive
Dragons Goku can't find a clamber going into that Dragons there. Definitely a first pick. Unity Astra falling back under pressure.
Yeah, fall back, but
Virtue dead.
Owen
cannot make it out.
Next.
Owen, yeah. And this is by far a big reset here.
Just immediately Absolute Zero again. Just with one ultimate, they could do that. Just that first initial pick and the zoning of the Dragons. And now we're back to basically where we started on this Arch Choke.
Yeah, and it's definitely Absolute Zero holding a little bit further back, but they're still holding that corner there.
That is the pivotal point right there for the defense. You see Goku trying to build up some ultra, almost has
and
the Dragon Blade.
with a minute on the clock,
but
I can only imagine
shatter.
that a lot of ults are going to come out here. Yep. The Lucio keeping the team up.
The Deadeye coming out, trying to zone people away from the payload, trying to get a little bit more of that extra progress.
No Elans yet, no picks until now. Virtue getting Silent Killer.
Here's the Dragon Blade from Jolt.
Jolt coming through with a huge Dragon Blade, misses some of his blades.
There is a res on the Silence, so now Zero are back at full strength. And just like that, they've cleared out Unity Astra, who now have 40 seconds.
40 seconds. But I must say, Absolute Zero did use all the ults they had there.
Yes, they did, actually. They only have 2 ults coming up, the Shatter and the Dragons.
So I think it's definitely up to Unity Astra to take note and definitely be aggressive here.
Exactly
they do have a Shatter here.
But the counter Shatter, Dylan again with the MTD.
Wow.
That's half of Unity Astra gone, but they no longer have time. It's now or never for Unity Astra. As Goku using the Dragon Blade, trying to find something. He's got one, but he's very low, and he gets absolutely destroyed.
Absolutely low down here.
Mateo coming in for the stall on the Lucio. Does not looking like he's going to be finding much of anything as he's going
Tracer touches the point. A good shatter there, taking out a little bit.
On that Mercy.
Does pin the Mercy. This is a good way.
But the Dragons are coming back though.
The Dragons?
And Dylan's
cutting
just
the poise.
swinging.
Oh.
Dylan's hammer beats
Ryan
everything.
On point is just too much. Unity Astra with the amazing stall play there, taking out most of Absolute Zero, but it's just not enough there with the Ryan swinging.
And that is going to be map number 2 going for Absolute Zero. Just an immaculate defense round, some very nice stuff being done on their side. Definitely the Dylan just staying alive on that payload, ensuring that the swings deal maximum damage. And now we've got ourselves a series 1-1. It is now that halftime. We'll see you guys. Welcome back, everyone, from the break. We are heading into map 3, Unity Astra and Absolute Zero. We see the return of Haz on the DPS and as well as Aaron on that tank, but we're still seeing the core stay the same with Chemical and Mattel on the support line, and of course Owen on the damage. We are going to be seeing just the complete shift of what we saw in map 1. Maybe they're trying to find the same success here on the map 3. And as we see, now we're heading on to Escort after playing that intense round on King's Row. It's going to be a Circuit Royale. It's been a favorite here in the Scrim game series. There's a lot of versatility that we've seen on Circuit Royale, but primarily we know it as the Widow map.
Yeah, and you can see that with Absolute Zero with the double sniper comp coming in.
Especially on the double sniper, it favors definitely the attackers certain times, especially on that first checkpoint.
Yeah, you can get those easy peaks.
Yep. As we see, Circuit Royale, Absolute Zero have played this map 3 times and they are undefeated. Meanwhile, Unity Astra have never played this map before.
Interesting.
Yeah. So maybe Absolute Zero know what they're heading into with this map pick. But for Unity Astra, they've never played this map before. Yes, they've always favored the Dorado over the Circuit Royale, but both maps are still favoring the Widow. So it's going to be interesting to see the Owen v Jolt, also kind of v Silent Kills.
Yeah, and it is interesting. This was Unity Astra's pick here, right?
Pretty sure, yeah, because they did lose.
Yeah.
So maybe they are looking for that change of pace. Maybe they're trying to step up to Absolute Zero's record here, trying to prove more than just trying to be undefeated. Now we're rolling out with Absolute Zero.
The Diva right at the gate.
They do have a Diva. The dive of the Diva against the Sigma Rock.
Yeah.
Definitely a very just favorable matchup for the diveness, I feel like. As you see there from Dylan.
I think so, yeah.
However, the Rock does prove to be pretty strong, but Owen has already found
wow. Dylan G
strong.
Max gets cleaned up here. It is just steamrolling on defense right now for Unity Astra.
Yep. Not much progress there on the payload, obviously, the initial first straight.
I must say, it seems like Absolute Zero is having a tough time on the snipers, and they do make the swap off of Widow to the Soldier.
Okay, so it looks like they're gonna keep the Hanzo in response to the Widow and just mirror the Sojourn. Because of course, apart from the actual sniper, Sojourn is a second sniper.
And they definitely are also mirroring the Sigma here.
Yep, now with the Sigma, like I said. The Diva was really getting absolutely demolished, but Owen has been trying to go. And now he's gonna go aggro. The being forced to
very
back.
aggro, and they're making really good space here. If they can keep alive, even if they're not getting huge picks like
Aaron just
like
got melted.
Yeah. Then they can still make this push.
The Sojourn with the Mercy Pocket is just way too strong.
Absolutely.
And now it looks like if no touch, they might just get that first checkpoint, but has responded. He's looking for the diff, but no touch, unfortunately.
No touch.
They
wow.
are late to
First
touch.
point. Definitely 4 minutes on the clock, a lot of time with a really good first defense.
Yeah, and now they're looking for
But-
aggro. As Zero, they found the pick on the Has, and they want more. They want more space. It's very crucial that they get up this uphill if they want to secure payload progress. Silent trying to build up some ult percentage, but Owen in his
Owen
sights.
absolutely on the Genji now, just
Unity Astra.
going, diving in there.
Yep, they are absolutely going in with the Coalescence. But Absolute Zero they did use the Valkyrie to try to mitigate a lot of that. Now let's see.
And now ult's coming online here.
Yep, maybe that was exactly what Absolute Zero wanted. Rocked.
Rock.
A big rock.
That is very big.
And the dragon splitting them up. Unfortunately, Aaron does die before the beat.
Before the beat, yeah.
And has looking for a response. Just a lot of ults being used right now.
Yeah, this is definitely the ult brawl. Sigma ult coming in. The res for Absolute Zero. I think that might be it.
Maybe Unity Astra are definitely on the goals in the back line. And Owen using the Dragon Blade gets absolutely negated.
Yeah, that is definitely a questionable Dragon Blade. Maybe the good lineup into the back line, but just they're all there, and his does not have team pressure to allow him to get those two wins.
Definitely now Ixie is already gone, as now we see a Flux from Aaron.
Oh wow, Flux
Catching
definitely
the
hurts on the Sigma. This could be it. It is it for the Sigma.
And now Sub-Zero retreating. Owen though, he still wants a little more. He doesn't want the enemy team to retreat. He wants him to go
going
back to spawn.
after the Hanzo there.
And you see the aggro supports there. Chemical and Mateo trying to find a little bit of elims of their own.
Yeah.
And now 3 minutes for Sub-Zero, definitely not bad. However,
And they do have good payload distance.
they do, but they only have one ult there in the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
They also do have the Coalescence, so it is going to be the support ults that are going to decide this team fight. However, Owen is in the background, always trying to just be a nuisance.
Yeah.
Silent just getting pressure from
yeah.
everywhere, almost falls.
And the rock coming out on the Sigma,
Jolt dies in the background. Does get res, no more res, and the Valkyrie is used.
as well as the Coalescence here coming
Coalescence,
out.
yeah.
It is definitely a support ult time.
This
A
time,
lot of damage on Absolute Zero. It seems like Astra is trying to make picks, but also Absolute Zero coming through here. A low Sigma.
yeah, but it seems like this time around, Absolute Zero do fall under that huge damage output.
Yeah, it's definitely there with that offensive Sigma, and for Absolute Zero, you have so much pressure on your tank, and your supports are also taking a lot of damage here.
Joel actually swapping over to the Ashe. So now we have the double Cowboys and the Cassidy and Ashe.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good retaliation here.
Maybe, perhaps, but now we don't have a Sojourn. That's the thing for me. The Sojourn here was, in my opinion, not.
That is true. Sojourn is definitely very powerful, very important.
Yeah, I believe there is an overclock though. Has in
An
the back
overclock
line.
coming in from Has in the back
He
line.
gets a rock in the face
Gets
though.
rock to the face.
Again, dies before the beat. That is unfortunate timing.
Wow.
As another ult there, we have the Coalescence, not Coalescence, the Herbitic Flux. And Absolute Zero are going to crumble.
Again, under that pressure here, it seems like Astra is just taking their pressure damage, and then they know when to push out.
Definitely, especially with that high ground usage. The rotation of this hill is not a good situation to get stuck on.
It is. You can almost see why they would want to pick this map. It seems like they have.
Yeah, Silent already having to be res, so no res coming to this fight for Absolute Zero. Joel getting close to a bomb, maybe for some testing on the payload, and maybe trying to push maybe Astra away. Some sightlines there. It is an Ashe v Sojourn. There is a good bit of Flux and a Dragon Blade.
Dragon Blade coming in.
Joel falls already to a boop actually. Owen trying to find some picks.
Owen.
He gets low, falls.
Wow.
now 30 seconds now for Absolute Zero.
Overall, very even here.
Yeah,
but it seems like Absolute Zero is breaking through with the rock on the Sigma.
Yeah, the Valkyrie was the support that they needed. Vecta coming in clutch with the Valkyrie pop. And now, finally, after minutes, Absolute Zero are pushing the payload. They've got a bit of a distance to go, and they've only got 10 seconds.
On payload here, yeah. And the one thing, they are not taking a super aggressive stance here. Definitely on that payload escorting.
Yep, now we are in overtime. We see Tracers on both teams trying to find the full spawn first. Silent, though, kills Mateo. No support now from the Astra.
This is a rough situation even for a Moira to solo go through.
But Vecta, though, gets eliminated.
Vecta also falls. This means no rest since we can do 9 killing combo.
Yeah, Owen, though, going absolutely crazy in the game. These finalings are slashing through Absolute Zero. And that's all it took for Unity Astra to come back. And Absolute Zero gets stopped right before the second checkpoint. Very unfortunate.
Definitely a powerful position for Astra going into this next round. And a lot of swaps coming through here.
We're looking at a dive with a Pharah.
No Mercy to back up that Pharaoh.
No Pharmacy. However, perhaps it's only for the first point. We see the strat of the Pharah flying over the first building. Maybe trying to catch one of the supports off guard.
And it is a bit rough here for Absolute Zero. They don't have that ranged DPS anymore to really deal with that Pharah.
Yep, they do not have the hit scan. They have a Symmetra Sombra. Not really sure the utility of the Symmetra, especially against this Pharah.
Yeah, I will say though that will make it hard for that Winston when diving.
Definitely.
If you get caught by that Sombra and a really high charge Symmetra,
the microwave.
It's over. You're cooked.
The microwave will prove to be strong. As we see Chemical playing on the piano.
A little bit of music.
Always the piano on Circuit Royale.
I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's pretty good.
Very solid. It definitely is a skill to be able to play a fictional piano with a gun. And yeah, we see the strat has maybe looking to jump over, maybe with Owen.
With a Genji. Double flank. Yep, coming through here.
Both DPS looking to go over the archway, and I'm pretty sure that's
right
Vecta.
Onto the support lineup,
Vecta.
Onto that Mercy. What a huge play. The
rock
Sigma
was
here
missed.
trying to cover for the rest, but that is going to be it. Absolute Zero, no support. The Sombra is in the back, but he's absolutely not in a safe position here.
And that is just massive distance on the payload, already halfway
Very
through.
clean fight from Unity Astra, but we do see the Pharah getting eliminated and swapping to Widow here.
Yeah, definitely. I expected that, actually. Like I said, on the very first team fight, that's what
Yeah.
you're looking for, and the dive proved to be successful. Maybe no touch, and we see a Roadhog from Dylan to maybe stall and still swap with the Astra.
They do touch point here, trying to make place. The Moira, losing the Moira here
Both
is
supports are
very
gone.
devastating.
Owen just slicing the enemy team in
Definitely
half.
the Hog next here getting focused.
It gets deflected, you hate to see it. And just a very fast attack there from Unity Astra. Just 2 team fights, 5 minutes on the time bank as has on the Widow.
Taking out the Jolt. These people are caught up back in these spawns here.
Yeah, they are low though, but they are pushing the payload. As now we see Absolute Zero.
Let's see, a Hog definitely aggressive, pushing back that Widow, trying to get some.
And the thing about this Hog is you want to try to catch the Winston off guard as well.
Yeah.
The thing is though, they are
Flanking
very much
Reaper here,
pressure.
definitely in the back.
It is a
Takes
Reaper.
too much damage.
Has is going crazy. He's got 2. He's got 2 headshots now. He's looking for more. There's a driving blade from Owen in the backline trying to find some picks. He does find it as Haz has 3.
This could be just a clean game for Astra here.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a tough position to contest. I think if you push up a little further, then there's no chance for them to even
unsuspecting Widow. He's got the headshot and no touch.
No touch there, and catches the Widow off guard.
Unity Astra with a fantastic attack round.
Yeah, and you can see just playing around the map there. I'll be honest though, not exactly sure about the Sombra Symmetra.
Yeah. Maybe, like we said, like we mentioned, just to catch the dive off guard. But the dive proved to be too strong.
Yeah, it went straight onto the back line. That Mercy was not ready.
Well, after a decisive map 3, the series is still not over. We'll see you guys in Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 4. We are seeing some swaps yet again. This time, though, from Absolute Zero, it seems like they've shifted their entire team. We're seeing Ixie and Hugs on the damage, Jolt on the tank, and we see Vecta, and I think that's a Dylan. Yes, that's Dylan on the support.
Wow.
They have completely shifted their team.
This is a drastic change, going from Moira Ana to Baptiste.
Well, we are on push though. Sometimes
we are on push.
New Queen Street.
New Queen Street.
So maybe
and it was their pick of map here.
It was, yep. So maybe what they're looking for with the Baptiste, we know that Baptiste has a lot of healing output, and also New Queen Street has a lot of those segments of map that you can just peek through. But
yeah.
Maybe they're looking for a little bit of a subway strat on that initial push.
Yeah.
And of course, being push, especially being New Queen Street, this is obviously the one that's more dive favored compared to the Colosseo, which is more rush brawl favored.
Yeah.
As we see though, a very interesting decision by Absolute Zero who picked this map, yet they've never won on New Queen Street despite picking it.
Yep. Very interesting here, and I must say, with definitely the Total Meat team mix-up, I'm interested to see what they do here.
And as I said, the dive DPS coming out here from Unity Astra with the Tracer, they have an Orisa. Orisa's pretty unseen in general, especially when compared to a Zarya. Usually Zarya is a counter to the Orisa, but we will see. Of course, I'd like to bring your attention to the fact that, like I said, the team shift, we have support players on damage, damage players on support, and just a complete shift. But maybe this is what OWSGS needs as they are looking to bring this series to a match.
Astra already taking a very good flank angle, getting pressure on them
has
support.
Decent charge, but it's not trying to take. Meanwhile, has on the other side of the map, he's eliminated by Ixie.
Wow. Ixie coming through here on the DPS. I'm a little surprised.
The Mercy Pocket.
Absolutely behind that Orisa, taking it out.
And OWSGS with the very first team fight win, starting their push.
It wouldn't surprise me if we see the Orisa switch after that Zarya play. Yep.
Zarya mirror now from the Astra. And like I said, the subway plays are going to be very interesting to see. Anything can happen in these small subway cars.
Yeah.
However, Ixie gets stuck with the post bomb, but he does
evade his team. Does not walk into them.
Zarya battle going through a very high charge. And Aaron is completely melted with the high charge. Zarya.
And I will say there is a pick on Ixie, but it's not enough. OWSGS still.
It is rezzed. And Owen does get caught in the back line, so another solid team fight win.
Yeah. And a little bit of a stagger on Owen.
Yeah, they are looking to come up on some ults, 4 of them to be.
And it seems like Unity Astra actually mirroring the Reaper.
Yeah, the Reaper is proving to be a little too strong as Hugs gets eliminated by Mateo.
Oh, Ixie losing to Owen here in the
Maybe this is what Unity Astra need. They're looking to turn the
They do have forward spawn on.
Yeah, but no lamp though from OWSGS.
Yeah.
As they are forced to retreat or are bursted down in this
1
case.
second from bubble, that's sad.
Always sad to see.
Always sad to see.
When you have that bubble but just not ready. So now Ixie actually taking a flank. You see they're on the subway car as they're going to be forced back a little bit.
Seems like they're just holding out a little bit.
Has this ball.
And a grab.
A grab there.
What an interesting play. The DPS not really in the front, fully capable to take advantage of it, but it is still a good play there.
And OWSGS, you look to win the team fight. It just bursted down the backline with that grab. It was very weirdly positioned, but it worked in a weird way.
It did work out in the end here. They do only have 2 left, no supports.
Yeah, but that is still a very good use of the old economy.
Yeah.
As now they finally have the Death Blossom coming in finally, and now they have forward spawn. So, Unity Astra need to find an answer.
Coming in here in the back of that Zarya.
Grab and overclock being used. As Ixie has the Death Blossom.
Yes, absolutely. A 4-man Death Blossom with a little bit of a damage boost at the end there.
Just like that, 2-0. Continuing their push.
That is a team kill for sure.
The Valkyrie was used late there to support Ixie.
Yeah.
But it is an ultimate that you can build up rather quickly. As Unity Astra, they only used the Graviton Surge, so they still have 3 ults.
Ixie a bit pressured, falling off from that high ground area there.
They do have a bubble though.
Same with Jolt here, jumping down.
Lamb will use an overclock here from Hugs, looking to give him response. No response given, however, an orb in the face. Grab was used.
Owl also dead. The grab and the coalescence coming out here from Astra.
Very, very aggro. People are low everywhere, but no picks just yet.
Now. It seems like Astra is coming through here after that grab coalescence. Definitely making use of that space and the separation they got there. Taking care of OWSGS.
A very late answer, but an answer nonetheless. As OWSGS, they do have 93 meters.
And it is a bit problematic. You have almost no push progress for Unity Astra on this map.
Yeah, but they still have time.
They do have time.
And
it is 5 minutes left on the clock. Owen cleaning through with the Death Blossom.
And now they finally start their push, starting from this first corner. Like I said, they do still have time. Only half of the time has gone by, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And in push, anything can happen.
Yeah.
it's definitely never too late in the push. I think the Astra looking to build some ultimates. They don't really have that many, just the overclock coming in. And Owen already down. It's not looking good already.
This is not good.
A very aggressive amplification matrix there from Dylan. The lamp does go down.
Aaron pushing through that matrix, trying to deny it, but they're just jumping
Dylan
back
with
and
two.
forth. I can see why this Baptiste was played here.
It's a very aggressive Baptiste, like I said.
Yeah.
Just the multiple angles that you can play Baptiste on this map with the whole sections of the map.
Yeah, and they definitely, Astra definitely tried to deny that matrix, but it just wouldn't work. They kept jumping back and forth.
the shield dancing with the matrix.
Yeah.
And Ixie already on this forward position. Almost has another dash loss. And maybe
Wow, straight onto Alhoon. Swapped to McCree off the Reaper.
Yeah, Owen just got completely caught off guard there by the Reaper. And Hugs has a shot, but has nowhere to look and nowhere to hide as he goes down. Both teams looking pretty even though. So there is a flank there by Ixie.
A bubble on the Reaper, but no charge gained from that. No bubbles for Jolt falling back. Ixie does get another pick.
And they do have the death loss, so maybe that's what this is. The team isn't centered enough, they're not grouped up enough, and they are going to go down. Unity Astra still fighting for the progress that they have, and Owen just cleaning up. He's back on the Cassidy yet again.
Yeah, and it was definitely, you saw a little bit of a misuse with the bubbles, or at least Unity Astra not feeding into the Zarya there. And I do have to say, Unity Astra does have 4 ults online and a 5th on the way. Both teams definitely a little high charge, but Unity Astra with more.
Yep, 5 ults. There is a grab by Jolt.
Yep, immediately grab by Astra and a Death Blossom.
A 1-to-1 trade on DPS. This overclock's being used by both
Absolute
Sojourns.
Zero
But
just pushing out the ult, trying to deny Unity Astra's ult usage here. And it definitely is working in their advantage in this fight.
Hugs is the only member alive from Absolute Zero. He did answer a little bit with his own overclock, but ultimately Unity Astra have the most numbers.
Yeah. Even with a good defense here though. They are coming back, and I think...
Yeah, Owen's already down. Just came back from spawn, he's already down. And another amplification matrix from Dylan.
This is too much pressure here. It is really not a place you can fight in as Astra when you're not grouped up fully.
And they are retreating as the bot is making his way to the center of the map.
A tough spot. Time is coming down a little bit. They have made a lot of space. Only 20-ish or so meters behind now.
And now the lamp already being used. No more lamp there. Vecta goes down. So no Valkyrie. Absolute Zero on a tough spot.
Oh well, Owen falls though.
Jolt looking for a response.
As well as Ixie on the Reaper here.
Yeah, there's a Jolt is going to have to retreat as his team
Absolute Zero definitely feeling that lack of that Valkyrie, and especially with the Ultimate Online, does not have enough support.
Yeah, however, they do have it for this next fight.
Yeah.
And they're going to need it as Unity Astra has the Deadeye and the Graviton Surge.
And they are definitely nearing that position here.
Yeah, they are nearing that point where they can flip the momentum on their side.
Ixie coming up, doing a little bit of stalling.
They are getting bursted by this high charge Zarya. The grab coming out.
The Valkyrie is there to support those grabs.
Yep, there is a Valkyrie.
And they are playing around the bot.
The
Does
Deadeye
not
gets
get
melted.
the Deadeye. Wow.
Completely and absolutely melted. Sound barrier gets used as they are in the grab. Very nice use, but Haz just gets absolutely clicked in the head.
Still not enough healing to support the team.
Sojourn goes absolutely crazy in that regard.
Zarya almost dead here, but does make it through. The Coalescence coming in late, trying to save this team fight here.
They have to now. They're approaching the last
They do
minute.
get the pick on the tank, and no lamp.
But they res.
Oh, the massive res here,
fantastic
as
res.
well as an overclock
The overclock from Hugs. He's looking to eliminate Unity Astra as they're now down to their last 30 seconds to try to find any kind of response, and Meteo is down. They do get the elimination on Becker.
Retaliation here.
Yeah, but Jolt is too low. He's working with
Jolt is low, and
Hugs though, the masterful bubble, and now the Death Blossom to seal the deal.
Just a absolutely destructive. It seems like Absolute Zero not trying to push the bot here. just gonna deny that contest, and they will take the map.
Yep. Just Unity Astra just could never find their footing in that corner.
Even when they had so many ults, it was definitely Absolute Zero beating them to using those ults, denying theirs. It was definitely a very good play from Absolute Zero here.
The Mercy with too much sustain with the Valkyrie onto both Joel and Hugs, who were just absolute menaces with their high-charged heroes. And then we also have to talk about the aggressiveness of Village. But of course, with that being said, we are now at a map number 5.
It will be
Breaker on Control. See you guys. It has been a fantastic series so far between Unity Astra and Absolute Zero, and ultimately it would have to go down to the final map. Map number 5, No big changes in composition. We saw the absolute team shift of Absolute Zero on map 4, and as we saw, it worked. They were able to just completely maybe shift their mentality with the team comp, and now as we head into our final map of the series, it's going to be back on Control. It's going to be Busan.
Unity Astra's pick there.
Yep. Busan is obviously another one of those maps that is very versatile with either dive or rush depending on what sections of the map we get. Usually when we see Busan, there's a lot of downtown as well as mecha base. Those are usually the favored ones. Not that Sanctuary is bad, it's just that downtown and mecha base are more favored as we head in to Busan.
And I'm not sure, do you know Unity Astra's record on this map?
Yeah, we see it right there. They have only played this map once and they've won it. Sub-Zero also winning all the times that they've played this map.
Wow.
So like it's been all series, they're all undefeated.
Yeah,
but somebody's got to lose. Map records are on the line. Match records are on the line.
And it's definitely been a very close game.
Definitely.
Going down to this game 5.
And this is the map that decides it all. We are on Sanctuary.
Yeah, we're on Sanctuary. Unity Astra starting with definitely a dive here, Sombra Tracer.
Yeah, Sombra Tracer, we did say this on Oasis. It worked, but Absolute Zero, they're still maintaining the Reaper Sojourn that found them success on New Queen Street. As we see, we're heading out with Unity Astra, has on the Tracer. Trying to find that off angle, but Absolute Zero, the entire team is in that angle.
Yeah, this is a not exactly the flank spot you want to be at, but if you do get behind here as the Tracer is, it can be pressure.
You see a hack on the Hugs there, it gets eliminated.
Oh wow, Hugs coming out.
Very nice communication there and synergy from the DPS.
Definitely not a lot of focus on the Tracer here.
Well, they have a Sombra to deal with.
They do have a Sombra in the front.
As Vector gets hacked and is now down.
Vector, definitely an early fight. Unity Astra taking both of the supports.
And it seems like that will be is. Absolute Zero are forced to fall back. And now, Unity Astra starting the round off with the control percentage.
Yeah.
And it's the Sombra right here.
Sombra behind here. This could be a huge hack here. Just holding on with that invis, waiting for the team to get ready on the Mercy.
Has to translocate out, but the Mercy was forced to use those cooldowns.
Oh yeah.
As Ixie does fall, it's a little bit aggro there. We actually got boost out of position.
Very good move.
As Aaron falling a little low though.
Meta.
Hugs attacking that one again. And he will be eliminated. As now we see has again pressuring this Mercy.
Wow, yeah, just on the Mercy, it is relentless. The Reaper does come in, forcing Tracer to back off a little bit.
Yeah, but Vector does go down, and there goes Dylan again with the hag. These supports are not allowed to exist.
Oh wow, yeah, no, and it's definitely Unity Astra very close to the spawn.
It's crazy to think about with these two DPS that they're not letting the supports do their job. They're not letting them even get anywhere near the enemy team, as they are just getting absolutely bombarded with hacks and one clicks.
And I think in this position here, for Absolute Zero, it is rough, and I think you might have to rely on some of your ultimates here.
They do have a grab, but
to try and
they do have an EMP. A lot of ults coming through.
The grab coming out, the immortality as well as
but it gets bursted down. No DPS ults there from Unity Astra. Very impressive
and
though.
Also not a whole lot of ult retaliation from Absolute Zero, just sinking the team fight.
That was definitely smart. They are going to need this grab. It was actually surprising to me that they didn't engage with EMP. Instead, they actually engaged with a beat. The sound barrier with the Graviton Surge. So very good use of that ult economy.
And we do see Ixie swapping off the Reaper
to the Soldier. Now they have a amplification made the pulse bomb there.
Pulse bomb only
eliminates, but no touch on the point.
Wow, just the lack of contest there is a little bit shocking.
100-0.
Yeah, that is definitely rough.
That is what you get when you have a uncontested Sombra.
Yeah, you definitely have to make sure that you shut down that dive. You switch your focus really fast onto those dive characters.
Yeah, we saw the Soldier pick, perhaps maybe combined with the amplification matrix that we're looking to maybe push the front line back in order to shift focus.
I do have to say, Absolute Zero there was not able to finish using those ults. They definitely had a lot of unused power there. A bit of a sadness coming through.
Yeah, it was a very powerful first round. Absolute Zero looking to answer. And we are on Mega Base. It's going to be a Reaper galore.
They do have the Orisa, but more of the thing is on the Zarya still.
You see that, but Astra falling very low. Aaron is still very low.
Owl seems to be trying to clean this up on the Miku we saw him do so well on in the first game.
Aaron's going to find that success yet again. But he ends up falling first.
Wow, yeah, definitely trying to go for an angle play that was punished there, and it seems like Absolute Zero will take the point first this time.
Yep, that is their answer to the very first round. Will we see another 100-0? Though that's the question. As Mecha Base is also one of those maps where if you find a good first fight, you can stall it for a very long time. Owen
definitely swapping to Genji here.
Chemical's already gone. Absolute Zero is doing a very good job of holding them in the position. Coalescence was used aggressively as Unity Astra just has no answer to that.
Unity Astra with no ults on the board just cannot properly retaliate to a Coalescence. And Absolute Zero does have a beat for this next fight, and a lot of swapping on Unity Astra will also mean that they don't get those DPS ults off very fast.
Yeah, they do have a Bastion now. Maybe they're looking to just straight up burst through and power through. There is a Coalescence being used, a sound barrier on Absolute Zero.
And you can see here the Zarya putting in work on the Orisa.
We do have a Visor, but he gets solo ulted. Unfortunately.
That Visor shut down there with that ult. And I think this is actually Unity Astra's round, but actually Hogs coming through with Reaper picks galore.
Yeah, but Owen is on the point. He managed to flip it. They are building progress right now, even if they still lose the team fight. Absolute Zero are staggered now.
Yeah, it is up to Absolute Zero now to recapture this point.
Unless they're going to back up, they're going to regroup. Yeah. They do have 50%. Very good
Astra
progress.
Grouped up on the point.
But Inksy gets caught there by Has, who has the Death Blossom, and they are in a very small corridor. This is very dangerous.
This is dangerous. This is where Absolute Zero was holding them for a bit in a tight corner like this.
They do have some ults to respond if need be, but they need to make a push. There's an aggro beat going on there by Mateo, and
Bastion jumping around the corner, trades with the Death Blossom.
Oh yeah, with 1-1, but it seems like Unity Astra has the healing. The sound barrier proves to be very, very good in keeping the team alive.
This is definitely not looking good for Absolute Zero here. Unity Astra with the ults online.
Inksy swapped over to the Cassidy, but they do have the ultimates. They do have a small combo here to grab with any of the DPS, so it's really good.
There is definitely...
We see the artillery coming out. Looking for some targets, trying to find the team, trying to send them.
Wow.
And that's a grab. Looking for 2 eliminations there from the artillery.
And with the Bastion artillery into that grab, definitely tough position.
That is a death
Unity
combo.
Astra will sweep it up here for this fight, and it's just Absolute Zero with only the Death Blossom and the beat here has to touch that point. They're definitely swapping the angle here. Has waiting for this to happen. Wants the Death Blossom.
The Death Blossom, and it's huge. 3.
Finds 3. This is not good.
And now with overtime,
it is a team kill for Unity Astra.
It seems that Unity Astra continue their golden run in the Overwatch Scrim Game Series with a win on the Absolute Zero. So they're still undefeated. They are now 4-0. Can anyone stop Astra?
Absolute Zero, though, I must say, put up an amazing fight, taking that 2-game 5. And even up to the end, they were trying really hard. But that was definitely Has with the outplay on the Reaper, dropping down from the top, noticing the desperate to get onto that point.
As we see, definitely the synergy was on display. It took a little bit to get there, but ultimately that is what ultimately won them the fight, as well as a couple of just outstanding performances from their damaged players. And like I said, the Astra still undefeated, and like you said, Absolute Zero looking very strong in defeat. They may not be undefeated anymore, but they are very much still a very big contender. And our player of the match, it's got to be Owen.
I think this was a clear pick here. Owen definitely, even through the later games, played all 5 matches and really showed what they're made of here.
Just see, we specifically highlight that initial performance on Cassidy on that first map.
Yeah.
Just completely starting the series with a absolute statement, and that, like you said, carried over into all the maps he played in. But ultimately, we just have to highlight the entire team at the end of the day, because it's a team effort. Overwatch is a team game. It is just, if you don't have a good team, you're not going to succeed, even with these star plays. And at the end of the day, the Astra was the better team today.
They definitely had that. And you can tell they had the Lucio all 5 games as well.
Yeah.
Definitely staking that, holding those beats.
The aggressive beats.
the aggro beats.
To engage team fights, definitely not a usual strat, but it works for them. It works for their play style, as they will continue on in the series. They only have one real contender left to take that undefeated spot before the end of the first half of the season, which is going to be Team Nexus. Team Nexus have also risen to the top as well. We always knew that the Astra, Team Nexus, and Absolute Zero were those teams at the top, but we didn't know which one was the number one. And it seems that after this match, the Astra may be number one.
Yeah. Definitely taking a clear victory here, making it known that they're trying to be the top here. Definitely trying to take that position.
But of course, that has been today's series. I'm White Shadow, and this has been Watermelon with me today. This has been a fantastic series, all 5 maps, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Create